And
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानंद बता नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानंद रूपम लसत्कुंडलं गोकुले भ्राज मानम
Manam.
यशोदा भियोलुखलाब्धा वमानम परम हृष्टमत्यंत तो द्रुते गोप्या रुदन्तमुहुर्नेत्र युग्मं भजन्तम्
Janta.
करं भोज युग्मेन शातङ्क नेत्रम्
Net. Wow.
मुहुश्वास कम्पात्रिरेखाङ्क कण्ठम्
Kanta.
स्थितग्रैव दामोदरं भक्ति बद्धम्
Badam.
इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्द कुण्डे
Punde. Wow.
स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमाख्या पयन्तम् तदीयेषु तग्नेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वम् जितत्वम होता है, जित्यम नहीं होता है। पुनः प्रेम तस्तम शतावृत्ति
So the video ends only up to 3 shlokas, But the history is the age of the baby is 8 months, and you can see only devotees can appreciate this, because Krishna Bhakta always during Kartik, we recite Damodara Ashtakam. Of course, we should not think that it should be only during Kartik, but it is special, Damodar month, because this Leela binding Krishna happened in Kartik, but it can be recited every day. So the mother, from the conception day till birth, and even when the baby is growing up, she is reciting this Damodara Ashtakam every day. Baby has heard, and you can clearly see baby is able to tell the remaining word, last word of the line, Mother is ending, and then it is completing the remaining. That's why we put that Ashtakam side by side. I mean, it's amazing, And baby is only 8 months. So, the baby heard and then remembered the Ashtakam. It has not learned Varnas, alphabets or anything, just hearing, and then it's really, it brings so many things that have been taught in the Shastras, in the words of our Guru Varga, must be true. Like Prahlad Maharaj, he heard Srimad Bhagavatam from the Narad Muni, right? Kayadu, mother. And she was astonished many times hearing, mantra coming from her home. She was wondering where it's coming from. Now, Kayadu, Prahlad's mother had 2 boons from Narad, that the baby will be delivered at the utter desire time. Not necessarily after 9 months. If she wanted 1 year, 2 years, because till father came back like that. And then also safety of the baby, so that nobody else will kill or destroy. There is no way, because Narada Muni is teaching Bhagavat and is a devotee. There is no way anybody can kill. That's why Indra came to kill, but then Narada Muni told, Baba, no way, is well protected. So he circumambulated the mother, pregnant mother, and then he left. So it shows also Mahabharata, Abhimanyu, son of Arjuna, he heard he's a Kshatriya. So Krishna was teaching sister's son, Subhadra, the Vyuha, not Chakra Vyuha, meaning a special formation of enemies, how to enter in. But how to come back safely, how to enter safely, he heard it. But coming back, he did not hear because there was some disturbance, mother woke up or something like that. So Krishna could not continue how to come back safely out. So what happened in the actual war, Yudhishthira Maharaj is telling, this is an amazing view, what to do, who can enter and destroy. He said, I can enter, but I don't know how to come back. No, don't worry. There will be protection. Arjuna, all that will come. But by the time it came, these people joined together and killed him. But he entered and fought. So many of the big heroes, single-handedly. So, of course, these are all Krishna's arrangement. As already told that except you Pandavas, nobody will survive. So, Krishna knows what is best in all situations. But this baby incidents, you can see actually points that what the scriptures must be talking must be true, So how nice it will be, the future of the generation baby, can be if it is guided properly, how much benefit, a baby can deliver the future, the generations itself and future and the past generation also, like Prahlad Maharaj did. What is that lesson? Suppose I'm talking in general, our desire is to not to have another birth. All right, suppose if you are not successful because of a sadhana, whatever, we are old or whatever, right? But at least you can desire instead of worrying about, like, oh, I'm getting old, I might die, because the fear of losing this body, right? Because body consciousness, Deha Vimana. Instead of that, if we think, wait a minute, death is certain, this body is going to die. But Atma, there is no death. No weapons can cut the Atma. Rain cannot wet it, wind cannot blow it, right? Or dry it. So, if I take a birth, let me desire what kind of birth I should have. Like this baby. Oh, I should be born in such a family where the parents, especially mother, will recite Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna's Ashtakam, right? We can decide. Then, oh, let me take a birth in a house where the parents are following Ekadasi. Oh Lord, give me a birth in such a way that I will not drink mother's milk. That mother takes grains on the Ekadasi day. If mother does not take grains and her milk produced from that, it will be more. See, baby also will get the tendency to follow Ekadasi. then like that we can decide. Then hearing Bhagavatam, very early stage, like Prahlad Maharaj. And in such a house where they offer bhoga to Bhagavan and they take only Mahaprasad. Right? So like this, if we can desire, we can pray all of this. Lord, give me in such a place. You know? If you are desiring all that, you know, that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, he goes even one step. But what does he say? He says, oh Lord, I don't mind. Even if I have to born as a small insect, but it should be in devotee's house. See, doesn't want even born as a devotee or anything, even as an insect in devotee's house. Why? Because devotees will take care of all the living entities. You know, they are well-wishing that all those things will become future devotees. So, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, even a dog in my devotee's house is very dear to me. You know? So, like that. Huh? And you can imagine if we are born like this baby, right? You know, from the day one, following Ekadasi and then whole thing. I mean, you know, you cannot miss the boat, right? See what I'm saying? So this is there are. I'm sure some of you might have heard other kind of baby stories like this. There are many of them, which is really eye-opening, and the possibilities. You know, they see when during pregnancy, like I should send another one. You know, in the Shastras, when the mother is delivering, just before, during that time, they are reciting Vishnu Sahasranam, you know, reciting Mahamantra. You know, if they do, there will not be any complication, because mother will be not in tension and baby will also be not in tension. See, both are in tension. When the delivery is happening, don't think only mother is going through pain and all that. The baby is also going through the pain. You know, mother mostly may become unconscious. Same thing, baby also become unconscious. That's why it forgets. Very deep unconscious. You know, pain entering this world. You know, that the push of that air, sutaka air, is so severe, and it becomes unconscious. So, but when the recitation is going on, it becomes very, very smooth. And the, like one time, I don't know, I think I must have told you this last time here. Maybe I will repeat it, no problem. Again, hearing again and again. What happened was our devotee here, was their disciple, the Govardhan Das. His grandson was born. So in India, you know, they will tell, oh, my grandson is born in such and such a hospital, such and such a, you know. They put an address, location. And first time they all assembling, 30, 40, you know, friends, relatives. And first time the baby being brought out by the nurse, the mother, right? How the baby is brought out? Baby will be covered entire, except eyes, nose, and mouth, right? Everything is up, completely covered, hands like this, completely. for some reason, usually baby's eye is closed, because this light is too much. Inside mother's womb, there is no light there, okay, darkness. So when you are there spending so many months in darkness, suddenly coming out of this light will be too much. Like for us, after sleeping overnight and then this bright light in the first thing in the morning, it will be too much. So what about months? So it will be closing. And our devotee, start chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Lord chanting, Then, what the baby did, amazing. See, it's all wrapped up, right? See, it's all wrapped up. Imagine, and then it's closing eyes, like this. And then slowly it's lifted one hand like this, on its own, right? Coming up, and then another hand like this, like coming up, and then push up two hands like this and open his eyes, so that this first thing it saw was the tilak and the devotee's face. And imagine how happy the baby was to see a Vaishnava. And then who taught that it has to raise hands and then bless. Oh, I'm blessed by your mercy, by hearing. That's why Shastra says first thing the baby should hear is holy name. First thing you should see a holy person or a Vaishnava or picture of deity, So first thing it tastes is Mahaprasad. Like that, the scripture tells. And you can see the effect. So it's very, very amazing. So now some of the question, like I think everybody understood this, right? The baby was how it was reciting. First three shlokas, mother. Look at it. Now some of the questions I thought very amazing. We'll go through a few questions and it will cover the question that you have raised. She is saying, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati talked, okay. When we are coming out this book, I cannot wait till we finish this English version, So many questions. One question is, what making a disciple, is it proper? Is it proper? Making a disciple is proper. So the answer is giving. No, we should not make a disciple. We should become a disciple. That means non-stop we should engage in the service of Guru and Krishna. Vaishnavas, people Vaishnavas, they have the darshan of Guru in all the things. In other words, they consider all the things as a instrument in the service of Sri Krishna. Everything. When you become a Vaishnava Abhimani, Abhimani meaning If you consider yourself as a Vaishnava, oh, I'm a Vaishnava. If you consider that, then you cannot do service to Vishnu and Vaishnavas. See, this is something. That's why if you say I'm Vaishnava, then real Vaishnava never tell that I am Vaishnava. This is the thing. That's why, because they dinata. See, Trunadapi sunichena tarorapi saishna amanina manadena kirtanya pada. That is Vaishnava. Feeling lower than the blade of grass. Then how they will claim that I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. More tolerant than the blade of, more tolerant than the tree. Giving respect to everybody. Due respect, okay? Giving due respect to all others and without expecting any respect to others. Due respect meaning you have to understand. Proper respect to everyone. Not that same respect to everyone. Okay? So, suppose you are sitting in a prasadam line, right? You remember in India, they all sit in a one, honoring prasadam. Now, if you say, I will be equal to everybody, there may be a small baby sitting, elderly person, a youth. Now, everybody I serve equally. I will not discriminate. It may be too much for the baby, it may be less for the youth. You understand? According to them, you have to serve capacity. On the other hand, you can say, you see, generally in India, in Bengal, they serve salt first, right? Salt and maybe sometimes chilies and some prasad, right? No, I'll be equal. How much rice I will serve, same amount of salt also I will serve. Okay? This much rice and this much salt. You need salt a little bit, right? Not you get the point, you have to discriminate. So, like that, due respect, without expecting honor for ourselves, So that kind of Vaishnava will never kind. This is, so we cannot have an abhiman. That's why our prayers, remember, oh Lord, I'm committing offenses every minute, millions of offenses. Please forgive. Please see that mood, to be there always. Swami Maharaj, when he went praying every day, oh Lord, don't make me fall down. Mahabhagavat. See, so Mahabhagavat, yeah. So then I cannot do anything. I will not do anything. What Bhagavan, what Lord is making me to do, that's what I do. So like that, kartutva abhimana rahita. That means always feeling that I'm not the doer. Everything is done by the Lord. I'm nimitta matra, instrument. In that way, engaging in the Lord service of Lord, we get auspiciousness. That means the jiva should become Krishnonmukta. Krishna Mukha. Krishnonmukha. In other words, relating to Krishna, connecting with Krishna in everything, every second. I cannot do anything. I'm helpless. I'm useless. Fit for nothing. I'm a most idiot person in the world. Jagai Madai are more, high. They are more higher than. I'm even lower than Jaga and Madai. So Rupa Goswami praying like that, Rupa and Sanatana. Oh Lord, He delivered Jaga and Madai, but we are lower than them. Rupa and Sanatana. So without duplicity, but if we have duplicity in our heart and telling from the mouth, that will not work. See? So what we think, what I tell, what I do should be harmony, In reality, I'm being driven by the Lord. Guru, I'm driven by the Lord. I'm not driven, I'm driven. Like Arjuna. Arjuna is driven by the Krishna, chariot driver. What has happened is we want to drive ourselves. Right. So Krishna says, all right, you drive, but at least on day of Ekadasi, he give me up your driving. You become a passenger. Let me drive. Let me become driver. At least on that day. If you at least agree for that, I will make I will service. I will do such a wonderful service free of cost. This machine, this vehicle. You don't have to worry about another 14 days, 15 days. Even then, we don't listen. Okay. So, then they are asking this question. You see, what is that next? If it is so, then why you made so many disciples? Why did you do this? They are asking this question. Okay. Then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is answering. In reality, till today, I've never made any disciple. On the other hand, those who they are telling that they are my disciples, actually they are all my Guru Varga. He said, they are all my Guru Varga, he said. So taking association of others, what is the essence of that? We have to accept something from them. So what I learned from my Guru, I cannot accept anything else from anybody else. I'm doing under the direction of my Guru. Other than that, I'm not doing anything else on the others' instruction. For myself, I'm not accepting anything. Only for the service of Guru and Krishna. If someone, for their service, if they give me out of faith and then love, then I accept very happily, with respect. Then through that, I will do service to the Lord. And through that, auspiciousness will happen. If we have Bhoga Drushti, meaning enjoying tendency on anything, if you should not have any enjoying tendency, enjoying attitude on anything, but in the service of Krishna, engaging in the service of Krishna, this secret when we know this secret, then we can enter the kingdom of bhajan, you say. So, actually, like last time we said, wow, Jagat Guru, right? We say, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Jagat Guru, or Gurudev also Jagat. What does it mean? Jagat Guru meaning is the Guru of entire world, right? What does it mean? Because he sees his Guru everywhere, in everyone. Because he has that vision, understand? Whatever he sees, he's seeing his Guru. Because of that vision, he is known as Jagat Guru. So, in other words, not even a second is separated from his Guru. That vision. So, then there are many questions on that. Anyway, how association of sadhu becomes? How association of sadhu happens? So by one-pointed, becoming one-pointed, if we hear Harikatha, that is sadhu sangha. If we hear sadhu sangha, Harikatha from sadhu sangha, from their mouth, by hearing only Harikatha from such a sadhu, then the power of the Lord, the most power of the Lord, and also the weakness of this world, weakness of this world. See, Lord is the most powerful, and this world is weak, right? If we forget that Lord is power, then we become overpowered by this world. So we can understand that by the instruction of the sadhus, or the serving, then we get faith in the service of the Lord. Faith, and then asakti, will be more desire to do, interest, and then love also. Okay. Faith, and then asakti, vishwas, asakti, and priti. Three things. Faith, asakti, we are no forcing. We want to know, we want to do, and then love. So the love of the love of the living entity in the service to the Lord. In other words, how much love we have in this service. So then that is the love towards Krishna. That is our highest prayojana, useful, goal. Then is this question is asked. See, this is the question we all have. What is that? Does any badaya, meaning, do we get any difficulties, impediments? Do we get any impediments in the path of auspiciousness. Shreya Pata. Remember Shreya and Priya, right? In the auspicious path. Do we get any impediments? Do we get it? What do we get it? No. So the answer is at the present time, what happens is, if you look at ordinary people, we have desire to obtain material objects, right? So many material objects. Looking at that, it appears like that. They are not going through any difficulties. This is what people ask. You devotees going through so much trouble, and you look at the other ordinary people, they are so, no difficulty in enjoying, right? I'm sure, So looking at this, it appears like that they are not going through any difficulties. But those who are in the path of auspiciousness, Atmakalya, there is so many kind of impediments coming in the path, right? Right? It appears like that. So, but if we very minutely, inspect, we can understand. Even though in the path of auspiciousness, any impediments comes, if the sadhaka, the practitioner, if he can tolerate that, then his auspiciousness is guaranteed. But on the other hand, in the path of, in the opposite to that, the worldly path, right? Desiring so many worldly objects. People who are walking in that path, first looks like they are happy. Then at the end, it will be very, very difficult. So, you understand what I'm saying? This is true or not? 1000% true. Right? So initially it looks happy, but at the end, I will tell you, oh boy, mental problem, this problem, that problem. And our mind, I'm sorry to say this, our body will become factory of diseases. Our mind becomes even bigger factory of diseases, right? So in the material path, so now what is vivarta? Vivarta. You come across this word in Jaiva Dharma also. Vivarta meaning contrary to truth. What is vivarta? What is contrary to truth? The answer is that object that is not, that vastu is not there, that object is not there, if we accept that is the object, then that is called vivarta, contrary, right? Now, like an example, by example you can understand. Like, suppose there is a rope. Rope is the object, right? So now if you consider rope as a snake, that is contrary. Suppose you are going in the night and you see it's only rope on the road, but you say, you become crazy. Oh, no, it's a snake, like that. The fear. See, body concept, so I can allow this. I'm sure I told maybe next other time, some other time, otherwise we'll get carried away. So that is called Brahma illusion. Huh? We having an illusion of thinking snake in the rope. Because of the darkness, we are considering that rope as the snake. So, same way, this is my body. Huh? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not tell, this is I am this body. Huh? I am this body. He did not tell that. What he told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in this body, if we have Atma Buddhi, in this body, if I keep that this is my soul, I'm this body, that is actually Vivarta, contrary. So, in other words, this is a jada, meaning inert body, deha, right? See, in this body is all inert, okay? What is this made out of? Atoms, molecules, iron, protein, phosphorus, basically oxygen, hydrogen. These are all inert. So, but if I think this jada inert as my body, later on we will tell you about the mind and the body is amazing. Next question is that. So that is contrary thing. Deha and Dehi, they are different, meaning this body and the Dehi, one who is in this body, they are different. The one who is in this body is the owner, and this body is his wealth. You understand? This body is the wealth, and that belongs to the one who is residing in this body. Dehi, right? Owner. Now, the body, there are two kinds of body. One is subtle and one is gross, like gross body and then subtle body, right? So for these two kinds of body, the owner is Atma. And the mind is, what is mind? Is Chetana Abhas. And then Sharira is Chetana Vihina. This body has no consciousness. And the mind is it conscious or not? No. It is the Abhas of Chetana, meaning look like consciousness, but it is not. Abhas. It appears like Chetana, but it is not mind. Why it appears like? Because it is closer to Atma, which is Chetana Vastu, conscious. Because it is nearby to it, by its closeness to the Chetana, it appears like it has become active. Like that. So, on both of these bodies, we take this Atma Buddhi, that I am this subtle body, gross body. That is misconception. This is what Vivarta, contrary. This is misconception. So then the next question is asking, what is the difference between Chetana and Achetan? What is the difference between one which is conscious and which is not conscious? Right? The unconscious, in unconscious vastu, okay, like inert, knowing, willing and feeling will not be there. The three things. knowing, willing, and feeling. Jnana Shakti, Icha Shakti, and Anubhava Shakti will not be there. Knowing will not be there, and willingness will not be there, feeling will not be there. That inert Vastu cannot respond, but Chetana Vastu, the conscious Vastu, can respond. And within ourselves and all the animals, there is Chetana, consciousness is more, and in the plants, trees, consciousness is less. Then he's asking question. Every question is important because it's very, very special. Everybody, this question, okay, question is what? Why everybody is not able to understand transcendental words, transcendental discussion? Why they not able to understand? This is a question. We are telling why they don't understand, not interest. Why is that? So the answer is in. If they are not fortunate, how they will understand? For that you need samskara. Samskara meaning proper upbringing, religious bringing or like that. One who is very bhagyavan, meaning very lucky one, very then only that person he will. Hare Krishna, बताइए.
ये आपसे कहने वाले 10-12 रोटी सुबह बनवा दिया करो, एक शाम को 10-12
हाँ करेंगे, कल से करेंगे.
कल.
हाँ
ठीक है. सुबह से मतलब हम सुबह शाम मतलब 12 रोटी तेरा. ठीक है. दोनों आदमी के लिए. ऐसे के चावल मैं तो चावल खा लेता हूँ, लेकिन जरूरी है 2-4 रोटी हम खा रहे हैं, खाली रोटी खाता. ठीक है करेंगे. चावल कल से करेंगे. ठीक है कल से.
हाँ हम भूल गया करें. Yeah. So one who is very lucky, very bhagyavan, he can take shelter of the Vaishnava, Guru and Vaishnava, and then he can hear. That's why by the mercy of Krishna, they can understand transcendental things. But one who comes to the hasty conclusion very quickly, one who decides very quickly, one who takes that shelter, taking quickly, then he becomes incapable of understanding the truth. So that person, complete knowledge, arthat Bhagavad Tattva, truth about Bhagavan, he will not give even a little bit of time to understand the truth. So, and he's telling is when he was growing up, Plywood, where he was staying, materialism, bhautikata. There's so much materialism everywhere. They didn't have any time for, even a very short time for the discussion, thinking about paramarthika, transcendental subject. They could not allocate any time. This is what is happening in the whole world. Everybody is busy, I am busy, running. Who has time, a little bit of time to discuss about the transcendental things? So, 24 hours is wasted in this ordinary dealings. In reality, what kind of object we are? ಹೌದಾ? ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಹೌದಾ? ಕಾಣದವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಬೆಳಂಗಳ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಎಷ್ಟರ ಲೀಟ್ರು? 160. ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ನಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಹೌದಪ್ಪ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಟರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇನೆ ನೀವು ಅದೇ ನಿತ್ಯಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಟರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಹೋಗಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹೊಡೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ ಅದು ಗೋಡೆಗೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ನೋಡಿ, ನಾನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಯ್ತು, ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ತಗೊಂಬಿಡಿ. ಸೊ in reality, who we are, what kind of object we are, we don't take any effort. So, but we are supposed to be spending 24 hours in this. So that's why the intelligent persons, the duty of intelligent person, this is not this, that spending entire his life in the service of the indriyas, in the service of senses. We are engaging all the time in the service of senses, how to do this, how to generate. They are teaching this, this is what is going on. So that's why all the living entities, for their auspiciousness, they have to think. We have to become selfish. See, selfish meaning is not in a bad word. Try to understand what is this selfishness is time. But in the samsara, most of the people, they are in the mundane material things. They are engaged in this. Right? Like in the childhood, what happens? Playing. They want to play games, right? Run here and there. Nowadays, mobile is there. Mobile itself is whole world for the even up to the youth, college. I mean, they don't know anything other than mobile. Every time, as if it is going to give everything. See, we are addicted to the mobile. It has become part of it. So anyway, so in the boyhood, right, in the young age, we are in the games, right? And when we are youth, we are in samsara. Then we are old. Then we are trying to protect our wealth and the health, right? This body. Then we become indifferent to this transcendental subject, Paramartha. This is what is. This is the makes me dukkha. I'm unhappy. This is very unhappy situation. Some people say, for the time being, some people say, many people see in our families and all that, you probably heard this. They say, oh, now is not the time to think about spiritual subjects. What is the need of that? See, because if you don't learn in your boyhood, if you don't study properly, then when you are youth, you get so many difficulties in front of you. Oh, this is it. So, one who wants to auspiciousness in this society, so for his own auspiciousness, and then for others also, together, he thinking. So, the consciousness, the dharma of consciousness is service to Bhagavan, service to the Lord. So, to that, so it should not be difficulties in this bhoga. For that, we have to try all the time. Some people are saying this, giving up, forbidden, work, forbidden things, doing sin. We should do not do sinful things. We should do only good things, But that is not the end of it. The intelligent person, he will thinking along this temporary, these things. Also, what is relation with the transcendental thing, eternal thing. So step by step, you'll be thinking like that. So if we become away from this, then we will fall into so many unwanted difficulties. So if whatever we do at the present time, only in future we get the results, the fruit of that. So, and if you do not spend time properly, then we get so many difficulties. So, in the old age, one who is thinking about the auspiciousness for the future, and instead of that, if you're thinking about the samsara, what help we can get it? I don't know you understood or not. See, like we were telling the first thing, as we get old, we should think not this body, problems of this world, but next life, how I should desire to obtain a good life, good family, where good mother, we can teach these things, Ekadasi and all that, Now, unfortunately, old age and you are not able, but at least thinking like. Instead of that, oh, how will my grandson, granddaughter, how their education, this, that, and how, da, 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 da. Even though they don't care about you, you are trying to care. See, what happens? Come back, you know. So, where is the relation? We are looking at the relation to the body, but this body is changing every second. So the relation is changing. Body is already dying and it will be dead. So it is pathetic. Okay. Whole world practically is like that. You know. So that's why don't fall trap into that. Okay. Krishna will protect you. Krishna will maintain you. And you know, somehow you'll make it happen. So you should have that faith. Huh? Then I don't know time or not. Okay. Then there's one question, last one. This Varnashrama Dharma, is it eternal? This Prashna is asked. Good question. Right? Is Varnashrama Dharma? You understand what is Varna Ashrama Dharma? Varna Ashrama. The caste and the society, you know. Varna. There is 4, right? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Then ashrama, we are brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa. Yeah? Varna, ashrama, right? Is it eternal? Only the answer is given. Only the living entities consider this avarna, this enclosure, this body as Atma. But I am eternal servant of the Lord. So the eternal seva to the Lord is my eternal dharma. I am not warning Brahmana, Kshatriya, Ityadi, and then Ashrami, Brahmachari, Grihastha, like that. No, I am not this. But if you follow Varnashrama Dharma properly, in this world and also outer world, you get some benefits. Till as long as we have this body, then as long as this body exists, there will be Varnashrama Dharma. You know, it will be there. So that is good for this worldly auspiciousness. Only this is valid in only these 14 words. Remember? Okay? These 14 words is there. Bhu, Bhuva, Swasat, Swarga, you know. Bhurloka, Swarloka, Brahmaloka. Then Sutala, Talatal. These 14. But in this Nitya world, eternal world, there is no upayoga, there is no use of this. What is Swayam Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is telling? I am not Brahmana, I am not Kshatriya, I am not Vaishya, I am not Shudra, I am not Brahmachari, I am not Grihastha, I am not Sannyasi. My relation is only through the Lord. I am His servant. If I don't forget about Him, then that is the auspicious, most auspicious. Auspicious and auspicious. Lord is Chetana, is conscious and Jiva is also conscious. And that Jiva, the living entity, is part of Bhagavan. But the Jiva is not like Vibhu, big conscious entity. Only a tiny Anu, like atom, atomic conscious. Lord Jiva, the living entity, comes under the control, subordinate to the Lord. He is subordinate to the Lord. But at this time, present time, the living entity is misusing his consciousness or is independent. That's why he has become so low. When he became derailed from the service to the Lord, we have ended up in this most in a miserable condition. Only when we are engaged in the service of the Lord, we become auspicious. So, like this, there are so many. This is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's question and answers is amazing. Now he answers. Really, really amazing. Now, is there any questions? I mean, because looks like today question, but we did not take up any particular question. But we can go on. Yeah.
Last class, thank you so much for a beautiful class. Last class, there was a question about Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur named his son Vimala Prasad. Can you please give some clearance about the spiritual relationship between Jagat Guru Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada and Vimala Devi?
Vimala Devi, Jagannath's Shakti, Sarup Shakti. That's why Vimala Prasad, he was born from the mercy of Vimala Devi. Vimala Devi is none other than Radharani, expansion. So, like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is like Nayana Manjari. Nayana Manjari meaning Nayana is eyes. Like is a manifestation of Sarup Shaktis or Vimala Radharani's eyes. Manifestation. That's why he could so like a sharp blade. You can see truth, untruth. There is no one such a powerful, cutting through my, visionary. That's why our Gurudev says in a very his choice of words, his knowledge, his panditya is so amazing. He inspired so many talented. All his disciples were experts. They were scholars. They're no less. Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar, Bhakti Daita Madhav, Bhakti. Param Gurudev Bhakti Prajnan Keshav. Look at the Ashtakam they did. Sanskrit Ashtakam. Prabhupada Ashtakam, Radha Vinod Bihari Ashtakam. So, he empowered them. Swami Maharaj also. So, that's why the relation with Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we should not see as a like a father and a son. No. Gurudev does not very angry. No. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he got his Harinam. And he prayed. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was praying to the Jagannath, and then especially Vimala Devi, because praying to Jagannath, Jagannath is in his mood, right? He's hiding Radha in his heart, right? He's happy there. He's in the bhav, he's in the mood of hearing Radha's glories. His eyes are is in that. So, and he is merciful, Jagannath. But Vimala Devi, that's why he prayed to Vimala Devi, saying that, we have to do preaching, we have to change, we have to spread, we have to bring Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction into reality. Every village and town, there should be Harinam Kirtan, right? So, that's why if you look at the teachings of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, the first one, he says, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. This is what Gaudiya Mata's one and only worshipable thing. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted every village and town singing of the glories of the holy name by chanting, right? Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana, Vandana, Padasana, Archana, Dasa Saita. So, because the Nama, Nami is not different. Nama reveals all these things. Nami, Rupa, Guna, Leela. So, like we saw this baby, 8 months old, it doesn't matter what age, the power and the holy name. You can see how the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was walking, now we can get a feeling that the lion hugging the deer, and both are crying, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. See, he lifted from the Chetana, conscious from Achadita, completely covered to the completely uplifted, Mukasita, Purna Vikasita, completely blossomed consciousness. From covered consciousness, unconscious, complete. So we can feel it. See, this baby looks like ordinary, but what about his consciousness? Can you say ordinary? Why? The power of this Ashtakam alone, named Leela of Krishna, hearing and hearing it from unconscious, but body of a baby, 8 months old baby, So that's why he dedicated himself for spreading this consciousness throughout the world. And then he empowered Swami Maharaj. And then he blessed him through himself and also through our Param Gurudev. So, and then our Gurudev, continued, see, these are all like a relay race, one hand, the other one picks up and continues. So, transcendental relay race, so, that way, that's why, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was very, very powerful, very, very important. Yes. Very young age. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur was praying to Vimala Devi. Why? Please send me a commander-in-chief. How much I can. He made a foundation. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so many bhajans, kirtans, Jaiva Dharma, right? And he showed, he found the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He made foundation. Then he got rid of all those contaminants in the Gaudiya, understanding. There was so much misunderstanding, disrespect for the Gaudiyas. They used to say, what is this Gaudiya? They're only fit for somebody who in a death carrying funeral party, some singing, like that. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, very well respected. He was becoming even in Britishers respected him, his knowledge. And that way he said he was praying to Vimala Devi, Swarup Shakti of Jagannath. Please send me. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent, most of, time in Jagannath Puri, right? So, and because of that, Vimala Devi was beseeched like that. Please send a commander who can take forward what I have left, So that's why he appeared as his son. We cannot say his son, he's no less, he's. That's why we say Guru. What is Guru Tattva? In our present Guru, we see all the previous Gurus also. And previous Guru, all the Gurus are also present. You understand? So, but we begin from our Guru and we end with him. Through him, we see other Guru Varga. Understand? We cannot. One time, our Gurudev was asking, they were discussing, senior devotees, the disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. They were talking, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati like this, like this, like. Then Gurudev also said, oh yes, I like this, like. Hey, what do you know? You never met him. How do you say? Then he said, meeting two ways. One through the eye, one through the ear. Okay. I met him through the ear. So how I heard from Guru, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami. Then what is the difference between him and so that is real meeting, Then they complained to Param Guru, they agreed with Gurudev. See, so like that, we cannot be existing without Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Is caliber of English. How we learned English? Nobody taught him. He took dictionary overnight, and then when he came out morning, he was something like that, out of this world, and he's still there. He's empowering, See, that's the thing. He's present in our acharyas, So that's how we got strength. Otherwise, where our strength will come to go on and direction. So he said so many things. That's why going through his instructions, Upadeshavali, is alone, opens our eyes. So, and it is never ending, glorifying Him. But anyway, our time is up. Almost my time is also up. So thank you again, and sorry for any things. I didn't get up proper question, but I'm sure you understand all these questions being answered by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We'll come up with that. And then next class is on Saturday, right? That is the appearance day of or disappearance day. Appearance day of Vaman Maharaj. Okay, and then disappearance day of Gurudev. Nobody expected Gurudev. He thought he will be there for many years. Nobody expected. And nobody had even an inch of inclination that it's going to happen like that. So it's amazing. So much, it shows how much dear Vaman Maharaj to our Gurudev, and our Gurudev was so dear to Vaman Maharaj. No difference, So that is on 17th Saturday after 101 years. Vancha kalpatarubhyacha kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo. If you have any more questions, keep adding, okay? Don't get discouraged or anything. So, after saying this, thank you again and again and again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hey.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Gurudev. Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranams to devotees. We'll close with the Jai Dvani. Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Radha Vinoda Vihari Ki Jai Vishnupata Shtata Shata Shishmat Bhaktivedanta Dandi Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitya Lila Prishna Vishnupata Shtata Shata Shishmat Bhaktivedanta Raya Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitya Lila Prishna Vishnupata Shtata Shata Shishmat Bhaktivedanta Ramana Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitya Lila Prishna Vishnupata Shtata Shata Shishmat Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitya Lila Prishna Vishnupata Shtata Shata Shishmat Bhakti Pragyana Keshava Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Нитилила Пришла Вишнупата, Штата Шата Шишила Бхакти Сиданта Сарасвати Госвами Прабхупад Ки Джай. Нитилила Пришла Парамат Бхагават Правара Шишила Гора Кишора Дас Прабхуджи Махарадж Ки Джай. Нитилила Пришла Шишила Сачтинанда Бхакти Тхакур Ки Джай. Нитилила Пришла Вишна Сарвабхама Шишила Джаганат Дас Прабхуджи Махарадж Ки Джай. Шри Гоузи Видантишвари Шишила Баладавити Пушам Прабху Ки Джай. Shishula Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai, Shri Narottam Srinivas Ramananda Prabhu Tray Ki Jai, Shri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunatha Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Swarup Damadara Ramananda Ji, Shri Gaura Parshadavarinde Ki Jai, Namashari Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, Prema Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasasi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Shantadvip Mayapur, Samantadvip, Godrumadvip, Madhyadvip, Koladvip, Pritadvip, Jainadvip, Madradvumabit, Rudra Vipatmaka, Srinavadvip, Dam Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopika, Govardhan Vadashvanadmaka, Shri Vraj Vandal Ki Jai, Shri Radha Kun Shyamukun Ganga Yamuna Tulasi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Mati Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Shri Purnamoisi Yogamaya Ki Jai, Shri Gopishwara Mahadev Ki Jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudrasham Chakra Jul Ki Jai, Shri Kshetra Mandal Ki Jai, Sarva Vigna Vinashtakari Singhadev Ki Jai, Shri Bhakta Pravara Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai, Charidam Ki Jai, Chari Sampradaya Ki Jai, Charya Chari Ki Jai, Akaramata Raja Shri Chaitanya Mat Ki Jai, Shri Shikeshav Ji Gautam Mat, Ochaka Mata Samuha Ki Jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Ananta Kochi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Samagata Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Nitaya Gaura Pramananda Hari Hari Bo, Vrindaya Tulasi Devi, Priyaya Keshava Shri Krishna Bhakti Prade Satyavati Namo Namo Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubheva cha Pachadanam pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. We'll resume on Saturday. I'll send a poster today. Vishaka, do you have any other announcements?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you, Didi, for helping today. And thank you, dear devotees, for joining. Just one announcement. Tomorrow is Friday. So we have Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita class with Sripad Bhaktivedanta Vishnu Daitama at our normal time. So thank you, dear devotees, for joining. And Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasinubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Vaishnavibhyo Namo. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. Didi, please enjoy the rest of your day. Your day has just started, and I'm sure it's blissful at being with Gurudev and all the dear devotees. So once again, it's Ananga Manjari Devi Dasi Didi's birthday, and we'd like to wish her a very happy Krishna conscious birthday. And I'm sure Gurudev and all your wonderful devotees just made Didi's day. So it's just starting actually. So we'd like to thank her for being with us, and especially me for being my god sister and helping me and Gurudev through so much. And may the Lord always be with you, Didi. Thank you. Take care. Hare Krishna. Dandavat. Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Vaishnavibhyo Namo. Hare Krishna. Dandavat, Didi. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Gurudev ki jai.